Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to Meta's Dope, the podcast. I am Pop Buchanan, one of the co founders, and I just left our partner Jennifer Ruff, who's editing our second book. Well, actually, our third book, Wacky May, The Rise of the Trons. We are so excited. This has been a busy month. First thing first, I want to set the tone. Today, what we're going to talk about are some NFTs that we're making, some NFTs we're creating, our idea of the space, some new platforms that we've been checking out. We're also going to talk about the books that we've been releasing to support the NFTs, but also the world that we've been creating. So, this will be our third episode, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm moving so fast; it could be third or fourth. But we haven't really spoke about Meta's Dope itself and actually the vision that we have for the company and exactly how we're going about building this world. The world that we are creating with Meta is Dope is called Meta Tron World. So when we got into NFTs, we did not want to just make random NFTs that did not have a specific purpose. When we thought about NFTs, Jennifer and I said, "Hey man, you got this NFT verse. We want to build an actual universe, and that universe could kind of work within the metaverse." And what that simply meant to us was it gave us a chance as writers and creatives to actually build out a universe, and something we've been working on prior to the advent of NFTs were really complex short stories that was comic book like, but not 100% traditionally comic books. So you might see us say Meta's Dope Comics, Meta's Dope NFTs. And what we mean by that is we have comic esque books, like comic style books, but they're more with our own twist. Everything that we do with Meta is dope, and me personally, I like to be different. I don't want our artwork to be traditional like comics. I want it to be more real life. We want the stories to be more based in a spiritual framework, but also have some real reality based overtones of what we think is happening spiritually on a planet and kind of giving it this context. You have the hero's journey in the stories. You always have this kind of good and evil trope that moves throughout all of these kind of comic book stories and general stories and fantasy stories. But the Meta's Dope and Metatron world is really based on legit good and evil, like legit demons versus angels, and like not fictitious angels, real angels, and things that we feel like demons are doing on the planet to really that's really screwed up. And we build our characters around the power that we have as humans to unleash to fight this, but we build it through our characters in a more fantastical superhero empowered type of way. So we're really excited. So let me backtrack a bit. The one we started off talking about NFTs, right? So what's different between NFTs and what we're doing and these books that I'm talking about? What makes it unique? You have people out there doing comic books and NFTs. You have people out there doing NFTs with utility for games and stuff. The thing is, we're going to continue to build the art in the NFTs even if NFTs no longer exist, even if NFTs doesn't do well, or if it's kind of like plateaus and it goes into morphs into some other type of web3 technology. We're going to continue building these characters. We're going to continue the art. What we believe is NFTs is going to be around for the next 50, 60 years. It's going to be a way of life. It's going to be a way of exchanging digital art, digital assets, non-fungible art, non-fungible assets. It's brilliant. But we also know it takes about 20 to 30 years to really build a solid universe of characters similar to Marvel and DC. So we are embarking on the endeavor to actually create a whole universe of characters based on this Metatron world and this whole theme. So we have our first book, Secrets in Space. Secrets in Space introduced the concept of Trons, Metatrons, the overview of Meta is dope, and what these entities actually are, and why they're created, how they were created. This, you can find this right now on Amazon. Just go to Amazon, type in Meta is dope, and you're gonna see two books come up: Secrets in Space, and the second one is gonna be called They Were Sent, the Godly Nine. Now, Secrets in Space is kind of like our introductory book to just the overall concept of what is a Tron, what do they look like, who are these entities. That's the big macro, right? And then They Were Sent actually goes into a micro look into actually what this universe is, and you can start to see the foundations of it. And it's the story of the first nine Trons that's on Earth. They're a new generation of living Trons that's actually on the planet set in the year 2027. So we anticipate some things are happening on the planet. We have this creative backdrop after the pandemic, and then we fast forward into the year 2027, and then you start seeing the introduction of these cosmic angels merging with humans on Earth. We support it with some cool quantum physics, like quantum mechanics, a little bit of quantum superpositioning, the theory of how two objects could be in the universe at two different parts of the universe or two different parts of the galaxy of the multiverse, and actually be connected. So I could be connected to an exact counterpart or an exact opposite or exact polarizing aspect of myself that's 9 billion light years away, and somehow we're connected and moving to space at the same time at the same location, and we're connected. The concept that we're using is that at some point this quantum superposition kind of merges both worlds, where the angelic counterpart to us can merge with the human counterpart, making what we call a living Tron on the actual planet. And this is going to happen in the year 2027, and this is going to bring about these real supernatural byproducts of angels, which are the highest self to humans, merging with their lower self to humanity, bringing about this powerful entity called a Tron to help fight this multiverse war between these demons and these angels, right? It's mad fun, it's super dope, and it's super crazy, right? That's why we say Meta is dope. Look, I give you guys some background on me. I came from a Catholic background. My brother was a Catholic priest. I studied all type of cultures. I've been in meditation for years. I studied everything from the Zen, whatever you can imagine, the Tao Te Ching, deep meditation. I'm big into the whole UFO movement, the extraterrestrial movement, Area 51, Project Blue Book, all of that stuff. Reptilians, Anunnakis, all of this stuff. The thing is, there's a lot of aspects of these things that's really true and really happening, and that has a lot of validity. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to incorporate that into a real universe and build it out. And that's what Meta Tron World is. So it's definitely dipped in some real reality and some real deep stuff, but it's actually fun, and it's going to stand the test of time because we have a long-term plan. We're already into book 3, and we started all of this with the NFT aspect included in January, and we're extremely fresh company. But what was important for us was to be consistent and to actually add real value for the NFTs. So now that you heard about the Meta's Dope, Meta Tron World, and all of that, you might say, Pop, what the hell does that have to do with your NFTs? This is the thing. A lot of the foundational NFTs that we put out and the characters that we have are all based in Metatron World, and will be part of building out this whole universe for the next 15 to 20 years. So if you purchase an NFT from us now that's part of the Metatron World storyline and stuff like that, you could imagine it's going to have a lot of value in the future because you're going to be an early adopter of helping us build out this world. Now, is that utility? Is that good enough? we do care about the concept of utility, but we do understand that no matter what, we're never gonna stop. I think a lot of problems with rugs being pulled and stuff is that people have like these flighty kind of utilities and this fly by night stuff. You get a lifetime access to my concerts or my seminar, my courses, and all of that. That wasn't exciting for us. What we was thinking about is, what if we had the first Iron Man NFT that Stan Lee put out? Just follow me for a minute. Let's just say, for conversational purposes, if 50 years ago Stan Lee said, "I'm putting out collector NFTs that's digital, or they're different from the cards. They're these non-fungible, these one of a kind, really limited collector pieces for my superheroes," right? And somebody said, "Well, we really just heard about this. We may heard of Spider-Man. We're not sure who Iron Man is yet. We just giving this guy a shot." But somebody said, "Look, I'm gonna go purchase the Iron Man. I'm gonna go purchase the Hulk." Fast forward 50 years later, Marvel Studios built out the Avengers, and you have the original NFT of this character from 50 years ago. Imagine what that would be worth today. And that's what we're anticipating, because we understand ourselves. Look, Jennifer's my partner. She comes from a film background. I come from a music and creative writing background. We both are into film. We really have real intentions on building this thing out, making movies, creating assets out of it, really having interesting things going. And the people that has the entities that believe in Meta Tron World and Meta is dope is really going to be part of the real organic community. So look, are we looking for 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people? Maybe not. We'll be happy probably with 100 or 200 diehard fans who's like, "Yo, I love the books, I love the story, I love the art, and yo, we're gonna rock it, we're gonna keep doing this, and we're gonna follow you guys," and then we can have a small little unique community. There's one thing that we notice: breaking into a lot of these industries is not, they're not gatekeeper friendly. Like, the artists out there that's really spectacular artists that's at Marvel and all of that, they're not gonna give the little guys like us any play. I'm not the best. I'm not a fantastic illustrator or drawer. We have to kind of like creatively build out our NFTs. We use NFTs. We have a technique where we take photographs and use photographs to build our characters, and we have creative ways of building them out from different type of things like masks and tools that we build. It's a very creative process that we have, but what happens is it gives us a unique look. When you see one of our Metatron or Meta's dope characters, you say, "I recognize that." All of our characters usually have glowing eyes, because we're talking about cosmic, angelic hierarchies in the universe. And these type of beings are not going to be something that you could just, that's going to look like something you did in Illustrator or Photoshop. It's going to look raw, offbeat, and different from what you think it may look like. So we try to tap into something that's real organic and dated, and kind of like, it's a certain look, and we love it. We believe in it. We understand where it comes from. A lot of what I do, I pull from my dreams. I dream about these things, then I try to figure out how can I replicate them and write about them, right? So a lot of this is deep spiritual and just introspection. But you're dealing with an industry that's a little bit kind of hard on the newbie, right? It's hard building a community when you're at this point of starting NFTs. It really takes a lot. You can follow 2,200 people and you might get 20 followers back. You might get one person that purchased your NFT out of, you know, 2,000 seeing one. But it takes time. And despite people not being friendly or willing to embrace new companies like ours, that's kind of the fuel that pushes us to say, "Yo, you know what? No matter what, as long as we love what we do and we believe in the long term vision, we're going to win." And I'm telling you, I know me, man. I'm Pop Buchanan, the founder of Sober's Dope. I'm a musician. My co D Jennifer Ruff is brilliant, man, and we're a strong team, and we have a lot of beautiful friends. We're New Yorkers. She's from Boston. I'm from New York, so we're East Coasters, and we got a lot of love. We may fight about the Red Sox and the Yankees all day, but you know what? We still family, and we know we're gonna win. The real bottom line is, guys, look, we love God. We want to have fun. We want to do creative things. And if you're going to take the ride with us, it's cool. Now, let's talk a little bit about the platforms we use with our NFTs. One, We partnered with a company called Sandmilk, which is extraordinary. I just had a one-on-one call with the head of marketing at Sandmilk, Jeremy. He's the man over there, guys. I mean, Jeremy sat down and spoke to me for a solid 30 minutes, told me all of the plans for the future of Sandmilk, and I'm just going to tell you, go to sandmilk.com and get your NFTs in today. This is a new platform. It's backed by the Polygon blockchain, but you don't need a wallet. They do all of the crypto back end work. You could go on there and just mint and really start building your collection. You could pay with your credit card, a debit card, and Sandmilk is still looking for a carbon friendly way to incorporate. So they're entertaining the idea of getting better cryptos in, like, for example, similar to clean NFTs and Tezos and stuff like that. They're looking into that. They're also going to start adopting more blockchains. That's going to more crypto and blockchains instead of Polygon, or in addition to Polygon. They're bringing in a lot of resources, and if you could imagine this, Sandmilk is like a social media NFT marketplace that's really backed by some brilliant people, right? They're doing a lot in the sports space, a lot in the music space, and they have a lot of plans. So we've been early adapters to Sandmilk. We've been on it. We love it. We have fun. We have about 112 unique NFTs on there. I'm going to give you guys some real game here. We posted the first 9 characters from the They Were Sent book and series that we're adopting, that just got published on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. We have a book called They Were Sent, The Godly Nine. It's 9 characters. That's the living Trons I told you about. Those NFTs has been on Sandmilk prior to our publishing of the book. Now that the book is published, you have the protection of the blockchain, and you have this book of these characters out there. Ladies and gentlemen, go get those NFTs, man. We're not big on selling with Meta is dope, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is, if as we start building these characters and these movies and getting this stuff placed, those NFTs is going to be sitting there with the original artwork we used to build out the comic book and the novels and the stories. So really go check it out. We also dropped a full audio and video version of the comic book with specialized music and sounds and stuff. It's real creepy and eerie and just Meta's dope-esque. You will love it. Sandmilk is the place to go. Go to sandmilk.com, type in Meta is dope, and you won't be disappointed. Now, we're definitely want to be carbon friendly, and we're definitely environmentally conscious at Meta is dope. So we had to, once we found out about Object and clean NFTs and the Tezos blockchain, we was really excited. So we had to dive in. So we decided to put out a collection and launch a collection that's based on Meta Tron World on the Object, which is object.com. That's objkt.com. And we wanted to build out this actual beautiful collection called Tech Nanotrons X9. It's a Tech Nanotrons X9 collection. Now, this is about 30 unique nanobots that are part of the Meta Tron world. These nanobot type creatures, they travel the multiverse looking for technologies to upgrade and enhance, and when they attach to the technology, they use that to help upgrade the consciousness of the entities in whatever environment or planet they're on. So, for example, they'll come into Earth. They might come through our Wi-Fi. They might come through our radio waves. They might come through our magnetic frequencies and stuff, and our television and stuff like that. These bots will come through. They'll use it to help upgrade our consciousness because they're benevolent. Even though they look super raw, they all look like kind of like it's a theme in Meta's Dope. It's kind of like this dichotomy we play with, where it's like the characters are extremely positive and extremely good, but they look extremely horrific and scary and kind of sometimes gruesome, and like that can't be something nice. But they're, sometimes, that's how life is. You can't judge a book by its cover. It might be a reptilian looking crazy nanobot that looks like it wants to eat you, but it may just be there to upgrade your consciousness. That's what the Tech Nano X9, the Tech Nano X9 collection is. We're really excited about that. It's on the Tezos blockchain. We have them going from 1 Tezos up to 20. It's 30. It's new. We just did it. We're really excited to be part of the clean NFT movement, and on the Tezos blockchain through object.com. Go check it out. When you go to Tezos, type in Meta's Dope or Tech Nano Tron's X9. And then you can also go to metasdope.net and you can check out the links we have for our Tezo collection and also our Sandmill collection. Now, going back to our old friend, OpenSea. Now, look, when we first built out Meta Tron World, we started building it out on OpenSea, and we have about 100 of the original Secrets in Space, cosmic, godlike NFT mask on OpenSea. You could go to OpenSea and type in Meta's Dope, Meta Tron World, or you could check us out there. Now, we don't have everything up for sale. It's kind of how we showcase it, but we have a few pieces for sale, but you can also make an offer. But we also have some free pieces that we're willing to send to your wallet. So if you're listening to this episode and you want some free Meta Tron World NFTs, all right, you could just contact us on Twitter at MetaIsDope. All you have to do is inbox us, say, I listened to the podcast, bro, or share the podcast, show me that you shared it, retweet one of our tweets. But if you don't want to do any of that, and you just say, hey, Pop, I listened to your podcast, I think it's interesting, I like the concept of Meta's Dope and Metatron World, send me a Metatron World NFT, you got it. We got some on Polygon. We got some on Ethereum. I'll send you one to your wallet. No problem. No questions asked. We don't care. We just really want to add value to the community. So it's a few things about our ethos at Meta's Dope. When we're on Twitter at Meta's Dope, we're there just to serve. We're there just to learn and to add value. We post from Sand Milk. We post a lot of our NFTs because we're proud of our art, right? But we're not up there hard selling. We're never going to be in your inbox asking you anything. We just don't believe in that. We don't believe that you can sell NFTs by harassing people. What we believe is that if we're consistent long enough, and if we hang in there and we keep our promise to the community that we're looking to build, that we will stand the course and build this out over the next 10 years, then I think people will find utility based on the more they can trust us. And I hope you could trust me. One of the reasons I started the podcast, so you could say, well, this guy's transparent. I'm a sober creative. I started the Sober is Dope company about 5 years ago. To date, we helped over 10,000 people in recovery. I'm a real musician. I work with the artists Jazzo, Skyzoo, Rex, with whoever you can, Planet Asia, from New York, right? You could go to my website, popbuchanan.net. See, I'm a real person. And Meta's Dope is important to me. I mean, we really wanted to crystallize the spiritual world in a digital framework. That's what we want to do. I'm a real spiritual guy. Jennifer's a real spiritual gal. And we really wanted to do something fun and dope, y'all. And I'm excited. And one of my best friends said to me the other day, he said, you know what, Pop, I hear the passion in you, and that passion is real. And he was like, you don't hear that too much no more when people explain things. And I realized when I wake up, I'm excited. I still got to go to work, still got to do these other things, but I'm like, damn, I can't wait to continue building Metatron World. And I believe that passion is the utility. Gary Vee always says, you have to add value, be kind, and all of this stuff. But I think your passion should be your utility, because your passion will supersede a project failing, right? If your project fail, you're going to stop. Or you building something that's just contingent on your project doing well, then it's not real to me. Like, you have to, like, people who make things work are willing to really develop it and push it. It's their baby. They're gonna be in it until they're gonna bring it into life. They're gonna really materialize the actual reality that they set out from the start. And that's what we're willing to do with Meta Tron World. Meta is dope, and I'm really excited. So go check out the books on Amazon. We have an Amazon Kindle version of our book for $2.99. We have the Secrets in Spaces, 99 cents. The actual paperback books are collector's items. They're large print picture books, which are NFT books, because you can see all the beautiful NFTs, and they're $19.99. But this is the thing: if you show us that you purchased one of our books, the paperback, and you take a picture and you post that on Twitter or Instagram, and you tag us Meta is Dope, you will get a free NFT from OpenSea, a free Tezos NLT from Object, and a free NFT from Samuel. We promise 3 NFTs for every book you purchase, because those books will be collector's items, and there are NFTs in those books, so you could potentially hold a hard copy of the NFT that you own on a blockchain. Very exciting. So listen, thank you so much for listening. This is the Meta is Dope podcast. And look, if you're an artist and you're new, or if you're starting a new project and you want to get exposure for your project and jump on the Meta is Dope podcast, or you know someone who could use the exposure, contact us on Twitter, inbox us. All you have to say is, we want to get on your podcast, and I'll set up a phone call with you, myself, Jennifer, or someone else on our team. We will interview you. We will get your word out there, and we'll help blow you up, right? No strings attached. I'm not going to ask you to send me no ETH to jump on the Meta is Dope podcast, all right? You're listening to Meta is Dope. I'm Pop Buchanan. Never give up. Go check out Meta Tron World, metaisdope.net. Peace.